guys? Welcome back to another podcast. I got a special guest in the building, man. I met him at this event. I started stalking his page. And I said, hold on, man, he got something. He got something. He making videos. He really educating the community. He owns something, man. What's up? Welcome to the podcast, big dog.
Thank you.
What's
I'm
up?
grateful.
Come on, man.
I just want to say it pays to be in the room. All you can do is show up for yourself. I'm telling you, you never know what opportunity could, literally fall in your lap.
Yeah, man. I try to tell people, man, like, you don't know who you're gonna meet. And the thing is, we so locked into, like, I tell people, like, I meet a lot of people. I mean, after that event, I went to 2 more other events.
Yeah.
So I'm in the room everywhere. Paying money for some events, going to some free events.
Seriously.
I just want to network with people so people don't know what you do until they know what you do.
Facts. I agree. Because people stay low key. People stay low key. Until they show up and you're like, whoa, how did this? I didn't even know.
Hey, and then look, I'm gonna tell you, this part 1 though.
Right.
We got a 10,000 square foot building coming.
Ooh,
that's a 5 podcast rooms with the same setup.
That's different.
Imagine.
That's different.
Imagine.
Dude,
You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about, man. So look,
seriously.
tell the people about you. You're an author, you're a speaker. You seem like a go-getter. I'm watching.
I'm hungry.
So talk about it, man.
Hungry. I just want to say that, my name is Randy Mbouge. I'm an author, keynote speaker, real estate agent, real estate investor, collaboration over competition, Wealthy Man Alliance, gotta shout them out, Wealthy Conversations. And the reason why I pay homage to these things is because not only does it pay to be in the room, but I gotta give credit where credit is due. The people that have been within my circle, the people I've been fortunate enough to even have conversations with, have been one of the main reasons why I'm even able to be here today.
Wow.
And so you talking about being a go-getter, I promise you, I even promise myself as I'm speaking to you is I will not quit. I will not fail. Like,
so where you develop that mindset from though? Like where did that mindset come from? You went to the Army or the Navy?
I'm in the Army.
Right? You're in the Army right now. Okay, so where did that mindset you got it from that or you
didn't. I
okay,
didn't.
I
love when I get this question. I love when I get this question because people like to say, oh, okay, it was the military that made you disciplined. No, I say that I got a different perspective on discipline itself.
Ooh.
But my discipline came from it's really from within.
Okay.
But it started at a very young age. I saw my mom. I saw my mom hustle. Doing 16-hour shifts. Then coming home, I'm looking to have a conversation with her. She's not able to talk to me because she's exhausted.
Crazy.
She's exhausted. Quite literally. You do a 16-hour shift, you're gonna maybe sleep for 6 hours because she just came back from school.
Yes.
To get her bachelor's in nursing.
Gotta go get it.
Just so that she can provide for me and my little sister. So now we're talking about discipline, right? Or people like to talk about motivation. I'm like, look, this has nothing to do with motivation. It's discipline, right?
That's good.
So then when I go to certain environments, right? Like this time last year, I was overseas. I tell people that only because it's like the fact that I'm even able to build certain relationships, it's crazy. But it's not crazy because while I was still overseas a year ago, I was still being consistent. But the reason I brought that up is because when you're overseas, you're depending on the location you're at.
Okay.
You're able to eat, you're able to work out, depending on if you choose to. So now you have to make a choice.
Mindset.
You have to make a choice.
Oh,
you have to make a choice.
Talk about it.
You have to make a choice. And while I was over there, let's say out of 1,000 soldiers, maybe 100, 150 of them on the high end would be going to the gym consistently. Now, everyone likes to say their schedule is the problem, and I get that. There's only 24 hours in a day.
I got you.
But there's people who, I just did a 16-hour shift, and I watched them go to the gym right after.
Come on.
Okay, but okay. Like, so it's like we're going to either make excuses or we're going to continue to show up.
So I like on the back of your shirt, it says progression over, what it says, I don't want to say it wrong.
I got you. It says progress over perfection.
Okay, so let's dive into that.
Yeah.
How do you trigger that mindset? So when somebody hear that, what should they be thinking when it comes to that?
I feel as if that when someone says, progress over perfection is that it means to just start.
Okay.
So I mentioned that as far as my podcast, I said that I know that it's not at the level that I want it to be at, but that does not mean that I'm going to stop.
That's good.
It's even better that say, okay, it's not where it should be right now. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm going to allow that to be the reason why when it is.
Until you meet somebody that can show you.
Not only that, you're lying.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
No, what I'm saying? Not only that, but it's also like, when I think about progress over perfection, it means that don't wait for it to be perfect to do something.
Yes.
So allow it to be something that you build over time. And so even for, people ask me, man, how did you become such a great speaker? Or I noticed that you're decent at speaking. You know, it didn't just happen overnight.
Come on.
It didn't happen overnight.
Oh, no.
It quite literally was something that I started writing like motivational notes when I was like 17. So instead of actually speaking verbally, I was articulating it by writing it down and giving out motivational notes to schoolmates. Talking about, and I put it in like a little jar. It was like a little almond box. I ripped off the tag of the almond. I wrote on it, knowledge is key. And so the notes I was writing on were little keys. So I go to school. I'm talking about I'm 17.
Dropping gems.
I'm saying 17, 18, saying, hey, come on. Saying, you didn't get your key for today. You didn't get your knowledge for today. Hey, take one. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
Reach into one, take it. And I'm talking about, I'm handwriting these. You know, and people never used to see that.
Come on.
I'd be locked in my own box. I'd have books all around me, notepads. I look like it looks.
So you've been different. You've been different.
I feel like
this ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing new. Because somebody might look at you and say, "Oh, he just started this. This ain't nothing new."
No.
Okay.
And I really am. I really do work to stay humble because in my mind, I'm like, I'm not where I want to be, but it's also like the more that I get around other people,
come on,
they're the ones speaking life over me, saying like, you can only be humble for so long. It feels like, so that's why I'm kind of like when Michael B. Jordan finally came out, like almost 10 years later, I've been different. And I'm like, ooh, I can't wait till I'm really saying that, but it's amazing right now. And that's why I'm so grateful because other people are the ones telling me, you're like, oh, he's different.
I love it. You know what? And I think people really need to dial in and understand, like, be careful who you meet, and why you meet them, because when you meet them, you'll try to get to know them, and you don't know what they got going on.
Know what they got going on.
So you be like, oh yeah, like I see somebody at an event, I'm like, okay, how you doing? So like this year, I already interviewed like 50 people. I got like another 70 people coming. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But when people get here, they're always like, whoa. I thought we were just doing audio or something. No, when they get here, they're like, okay, that's what you're doing.
Seriously.
But it's to really dive in and say, like, man, put your 10,000 hours in before you even try to expect money. You can get the money.
I agree.
I'm not saying you can't get the money for the 10,000 hours.
I agree.
But what I'm telling you is I've been editing videos for over 25 years. The guy you see in there, I taught him how to edit. So I've been editing.
You've been doing it for so long.
I've been doing it for so long. My mindset is different. So long. So people say, they see me, they're like, man, you ain't no 43. I'm like, I'm 43, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I've been understanding the understanding of getting money, bro.
Right.
Getting to the bag. So, all right, this book.
No, so let me ask you. No.
Yo, come on.
Let me ask you. Let me ask you.
Let's go.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. What did your beginning look like? Like, let's say your first 3 years, like literally when you started making money.
And no, that's gonna be on my second book on how I made $1 million in 12 months. But step one, embrace the loneliness.
Okay.
You know why? Because when I started full-time entrepreneurship, all my friends was working. I didn't have nobody to talk to about how to run the right play. So I had to buy different plays from different people and piece together what I needed to piece together to make Why Now Is Your Time the brand. So the brand, Why Now Is Your Time, talk about 3 things: life, brand, legacy. We teach people how to design their life, create their brand, and leave their legacy with their own information and products. So you got to die empty. Don't go to the gravesite with your ideals. You heard what I just said? Do not go to that gravesite with your ideals.
Yeah.
So everything in you, drop it, man. I like what you just said, them keynotes.
Yeah.
Like drop it.
And I was just giving them like, okay, so I think it might have been either the Circle of CEOs. I don't know who exactly it was, but one thing that they said, and if I ever get to, when I get to shake their hand, because I remember exactly what he said. He said, if at any given point in time you feel as if you're dropping too much gems and giving too much value, you don't know enough. And I said, whoa. Hey. Because it's so real that it's like, if you feel as if that you are, you're like, oh, I need to get paid for this session.
Well, you know, people always ask me how I keep dropping videos every day. I keep dropping,
showing up though. But you
2 or 3 a day.
You keep showing up every day. But maybe nobody's seeing the work that you're doing on the back end. Because how are you getting the people even on the podcast?
That's true.
You have to talk to them.
You have to talk to them.
Especially if you're doing it in person, people have to show up.
Everybody. I don't. And look, and people say, man, can we get on? I said, I got the equipment to get on virtual. But I'd rather work in person.
And I think it's different in person.
It's way different.
Because now the person has to commit to show up.
You
Say that I'm on the way. I'm going to be there.
Yes.
You know, because that was my scenario today. I seen the action on the way. I said, I'm coming though.
You don't come.
I'm on the way. I promise you.
I'm promise you. It's mindset. And I, like I said, I truly appreciate you coming because I know you came a little ways. And people, you know, that's why I tell people all the time. I was at a event last week, and he was like, "Man, y'all come away from Mbouge. This event away in Katy area." But I said, you know, I paid for the event.
Exactly.
And whether I pay for the event, I didn't pay for the event, I'm gonna show up because I'm here to connect with people.
Exactly.
And let me tell you, I take this gym. I was invited to an event, and he told me, "Hey, man, you know, you and your wife can come. Don't worry about paying." But let me tell you who I am. I still pay for 2 tickets, and I got to speak at the event.
Yeah.
So this is I want you to know, a closed hand can't receive nothing.
Exactly.
An open hand can.
Exactly.
So in order to receive, you gotta learn how to give.
You gotta learn how to give.
So he was like, "Man, you bought the tickets." I'm like, "Yeah," to support.
Exactly.
Because it's not about the money. It's about you inviting me to the event. I'm not expecting no money, but when I get there, I'm closing the deal.
Yeah, something's happening. And that's a big one too. Because when we talk about not only wealthy conversations or the people that I've been able to be around, like, and you know, I'll tell you what it is that when you show up, you know, someone else may see your potential, or someone else may see what you're about,
yes,
and
sir.
Put you on. Yes. And not only that is that in January, right, of 2023, I was able to sit on a panel that I didn't even know I was going to.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get Richard.
And
he next.
That's my boy.
He next.
That's my boy. Okay, for sure, 100%.
Yeah.
But the fact that I was even able to sit on the panel, right? It was that, yes, of course, in association with Richard, right, and like made alliance. However, when you're kind of like sitting on a panel, it's kind of like you must be able to hold your own in the sense that the mic is in your hand. You're given one opportunity to make an impression based upon the whole audience. Right? And so what happened or what transpired was because of the information that I was looking to pour into the people that were in the crowd. Someone else who was on the panel was like, "Oh yeah, I see what you're talking about. Let's see how we can connect or how we can help each other."
Love that.
Yeah.
And I think people tend to miss out on, like you said, when the minute you run out of value, you haven't collected enough knowledge. Let me repeat that. The minute you run out of value, you haven't connected enough knowledge. You haven't collected enough. You know what I'm saying? So that means, like, I tell people that say, "Well, man, you know, I don't want people to know my play." I said, "Listen, the coldest play is this. Tell them what to do, but not how to do it.
That too.
Then you can drag them in, and then you can teach them how to do it. The problem is, you ever heard of the 93-10 rule?
93-10 rule?
Yeah. So that means that you can tell 100% of the people the information, the whole play. Listen, 90% won't take action.
Yeah.
Only 3% will execute. That means 10% gonna take action.
I believe it.
But out of those 10, only 3 gonna execute.
I believe it.
Only 3.
That's something at least I'm big on now. Is because the last 5 years. That's why I know that this year is personal.
Come on.
The last 5 years, I spent training for this moment today.
Talk about it.
I spent training for this next half of 2023. Is going to be special. It's not because of all the work that I was putting over the last 5 years. So I look back at the person I used to be, and I say, I don't want to use the words always saying I'm disgusted, but I say that it's because I thought or felt as if I was grinding, and I wasn't. So meaning that I wasn't working as hard as I really could have. Right? Because I feel as if when you're finally actually going through something that's difficult or hard, you start maybe forgetting little dates or start showing. You're still operating at a high level, but it's on a different frequency.
So again, when you say that, the first thing I think is, once you find your tribe, you're gonna find your vibe.
I like that.
I think about it. Because once you find your tribe,
the people that are also looking to elevate or grow.
Yeah, so it's people that your brand that's gonna be, my brand won't be able to connect to. So those people is your tribe.
Right.
And you just said some collaboration over competition all day.
Every day.
Because every day I get up, I say, listen, one thing I do know, I tell anybody, try to outwork me. That's where it's at. See, the problem is, what separates me from most is my work ethic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing videos every day.
Yeah.
I do 5 to 10 videos every day.
But long form content, I heard, performs better on YouTube.
Some of it do,
Right.
some of it don't. But I say you still got to mix it all up.
Depends on how
because you got
play it.
people
Take
got
clips, yeah.
yes, people
Take
got short
attention span.
span.
100%.
So
100%.
it just depends on how you gonna mix it
How
up.
you run it.
So all right, so there's a time capsule this big. You're about to die. You're on your way out. You only can put 3 things in it. What 3 things do you want to put in it so the world can remember you by? Because look, once we put it in there, we're going to dig it out the ground 1,000 years later. What are 3 things that you want to leave in there so the world can remember you by?
Yeah, I like that. I've never been asked that question ever. I like that. I would say if there were 3 things.
3 things. It's only this big, only this big. You only can leave it in there. 3 things.
Okay, so okay, now the question actually is it have to be
it's tangible. It has to be tangible.
It has to be tangible.
It has to be tangible.
Okay, cool. I would say if it has to be tangible, then I think, as you said, 3 items.
Got 3 items.
Man,
one of them got to be your book.
Of course, I was gonna say
okay.
But I think it's because out of the books that I'm going to continue to publish.
So we don't know yet, though.
Because there's more books.
Okay, it's more
on the way.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Which book would you then put?
Okay, that's true.
Yeah, so I think that it'd be that.
One will be a book. One of your books.
That'll definitely. Okay, that's one item for sure.
I got
one of
you.
the books, 100%.
I got you.
And then I think, man, that's different.
It's deep. It's deep. It's something to think about.
I think it'd have to be a memento. Like it'd have to be something that'd be like only I made or only I engraved. It'd have to be something that once you see it, it was his or something that he created.
I got you.
So it'd have to be something that like was sketched or built in such a way that it's like I remember that quote or I remember that phrase. So it'd have to be something that's like I don't want you to pull it out and it wasn't valuable.
Okay, I got you.
Something like one singular quote, like one sentence that I feel as if will change anybody's life.
What sentence is that though?
I did over 250 interviews while I was overseas.
Okay, so what sentence is that?
And the sentence was I'll tell you the sentence first.
Okay, here we go.
The sentence first. It was one of the lieutenants that I interviewed, and I always pay homage to him because it was a gem. It was a bar. He said, "When you are born, you look like your parents. And when you die, you look like your decisions."
Ooh. Hey.
I swear.
Did y'all hear that?
I swear.
When you're born, you look like your parents, but when you die,
you look like your decisions.
That's all.
You look like your decisions. That's why every single day I'm just grateful to be alive because I'm not promised tomorrow.
No.
So
I hear my mom passed away.
Oh, man, you got my condolences.
At 13 years ago, at the age of 50. So
right there. Yeah.
In that process,
yeah.
My sentence will be life without purpose has no meaning. That's my sentence.
Okay.
So that's my.
I like that.
That's
life
what
without purpose has no meaning.
Life without purpose has no meaning.
And even when people just a side note, even when people talk about purpose, I think that it's like, I think one of the best ways someone can then find their purpose is through experiences.
Yes.
Because I think it's like, what have you gone through, or what do you feel as if it's something that you genuinely find interesting? And I feel as if purpose can be, I won't say multifaceted, but sometimes it is.
Come on.
So that's why for me, when I talk about riches or wealth, is because I believe my impact can or will be even greater because of what I can do with the funds.
Yes.
That's it. So the 2, you said, so the one for me is the book.
Okay.
2 is like an engraved.
And the last one?
Like something that, you're going to remember.
Yes.
And the last one, I just feel like, I sort of feel like a family memento or something.
Okay. That's cool.
Something I remember like an actual legacy by. Like, something that's like, you can't sell it or you can't, like it's indispensable. Like,
I got you. See, my first thing would be a letter. A letter to form their mind.
Yeah. On
how I was thinking while I was here.
And that's true because sometimes people say, or a lot of time, like history repeats itself.
It do.
So it's kind of like that, that could be.
So let's imagine
1,000 years. Like what does the world even look like in 1,000 years?
What do it look like?
What does it look like? Because in 50 years, what's it going to look like?
What is it going to look like? Are we still going to be doing videos?
Virtual reality? Like how?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's true though.
I think that's a very real statement.
But I think we got to adapt with time. So you getting into real estate. I want to dive into this. So you getting into real estate, starting to understand marketing pieces, what you want to do to get your name out there. Like what are some practical things you have learned over the last 2 years that you can dump inside of the 18, 19, 20-year-old so that they can get there faster?
On me. Wow. I would say don't allow don't don't allow any limiting beliefs. Just because you're young, you may feel or think that you can't make money in real estate, but more so that you feel as if you can't be able to close deals. Because I feel as if that was one of my limiting beliefs, honestly.
Okay.
When I was 19 when I got my real estate license,
Okay.
and I felt as if, man, I don't understand the contracts. You know, who's gonna look to take me seriously? But at the end of the day, it was like I was cold calling aggressively. While you're on the phone, nobody knows what you look like.
That's true.
Nobody really know. How old are you? We don't know. They're
That's
not gonna
true.
ask. They want to. It's a business transaction. So I would say that, you know, being 18, 19, if there was two things that I would genuinely like put into an 18 or 19-year-old who said they want to get into real estate, and you don't even need your license to get into real estate too. Let's be honest. You don't need your license. Right? But the two things would be that do not allow yourself, don't be your own greatest constraint. So don't be your own greatest limitation. That's one. And then two is think about ownership. So if you're gonna get into real estate, think about what is it that you own. What else are we looking to be in real estate?
So
in my opinion, I had to learn this.
I have a couple words, and we're gonna match them up. And you tell me the difference: cockiness or confidence.
You know,
what's the difference?
Ooh, I like that. I like it. I really do, because I think it goes back to definitions. Like, how do you? I had to learn.
Do you need both of them though?
No.
You sure?
I'll say no. And the reason I'll say no is
to be great, you gotta have some kind of cockiness.
Maybe you have to say ego, but would it be confidence? Would it be cockiness?
Okay,
I think confidence, because then confidence though is something that I built.
Okay, I got you.
I've built it. Like, it's not that it's earned.
I got you.
It's earned.
I got you.
It's earned.
I got you.
Through my reputation, through my experiences, or through the actions that I've taken.
Okay.
Through how my people talk about me when I'm not in the room.
I got you. I
right?
got you.
It's confidence. Like, you're being confident because you've put you've put yourself in a position where people, or even yourself, you think about yourself differently because there's things that you've done in your life that other people can never say that they've even attempted to do. So I don't have to be cocky because I'm confident in my ability to perform. Right?
Okay, so hunger versus humbleness.
I like that. I think it's important for anyone to be hungry because no one is coming to save you. On my whiteboard at home, I have that written down.
Okay.
Because I truly believe that no one is coming to save you, in the sense that it's like, if I don't put in the work, I can't expect you to come be like, come bless me. Like, come bless me, man. For what?
That's true.
You don't have to. Like, it's the reality of it. But if you see that, hey, I see someone that's hungry and I see that they're passionate, how can I put them on? Because it comes back full circle. That's different.
That's different.
But staying humble, I think that I think it goes back to being earned. Because once again, I'd rather have other people hype up my accolades rather than me come to you and say I'm that person. Like, everyone like say, yeah, I'm him, but it's like, it sounds good.
It sounds good.
But it's different if somebody says, no, he's him.
He's him.
I didn't have to open my mouth.
And I think that's the greatest part, is when others are speaking great about what you have done.
Exactly.
Hustle versus heart.
Hustle versus heart?
Yes.
To talk about the difference of them?
Right? Talk about how you merge in the two. Let me explain.
Yeah, okay.
Let me explain.
Okay.
When you hustling, do you have a heart? Or should your heart be tied to your hustle? Because I tell people this all the time. Business have no emotions.
Right. I agree.
So your process is your process.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
As long as it's legal, ethical, and moral.
Yes.
Nobody.
We have people flying in Monday just so we can help them with their digital course.
Wow.
From North Carolina.
Wow.
That's just letting you know
they're hustling though. Or
they hustling.
That's a different. I'm gonna do everything in my power to get here.
Just so they can be connected to me.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So I tell people this all the time. Like, how do you tie in the hustle and the heart?
I think that sometimes it could be based off of circumstances.
That's true.
Right? That you're just like, I really got to do what I have to do for this time period or whatever, because I know what's about to transpire.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So something I had to detach my ego from is that when people talk about a job, it's like, how do you look to leverage a job to then create your greatest opportunity?
Let's go.
Right?
That's good.
Because it's like I know that I'm not going to stay at the job, but I know that I'm building my business on the back end.
Yes.
So now my heart has to be tied to the business because I got to release myself from the job.
That's true. That's true.
So I got to put in work.
That's true.
Regardless if you're working a job or not, it's different because it's like, say your family asks you for something, and sometimes some people don't have to think about this, but say your family needs something financially, and for you, maybe or maybe not being able to help, you don't have to be always being the savior. I get that, but it's kind of like, what would happen if you put yourself in that position to be the savior? Right?
Good.
To always be the person that I can lean on you, or I can rely on you, or I don't know what to do or how to do it. Can you help me?
That's good.
Yeah.
And I think people have a misconception of like entrepreneurship.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell people like entrepreneurship comes in different forms.
Right.
All right. You can sell services and goods, or you can teach what you know.
Yes.
And so a lot of people don't really understand like the dynamic of it. So I have a question. Having a dream board or having a dream environment, which one is important?
Which one is more important? Which one is more important?
Which one? You tell me.
Which one is more?
Because you know,
board or dream environment. Honestly, I feel as if the dream environment will amplify the dream board.
Got it. Okay.
Because now your environment,
okay,
and the people that you're around, or even if you're not around anybody, but that environment is going to shape you to then be able to create the vision that you see for your life.
That's good, because I think most people say, man, this is the thing too. Sometimes your vision board not finished the first year.
And I agree.
But
I agree.
There should be some things that's marked off on your vision board. Now, I say this. If you're writing a vision board, this is a quote: being unrealistic is the closest thing to poverty.
Because how do you expect to move forward if there's no clarity?
So you have to have tangible things. So don't put the Lambo on the dream board at first.
I've done that. I've done that. The second I had to, I was big on, okay, I'm going to write down my goals every day.
Come on.
I don't think that was the problem, but I think that how much action was I actually taking?
Talk about it.
To then get to where I wanted to go.
Yes.
So I'd rather go. That's why I keep going back to this, because I said the last 5 years are putting me in position for the next 5 years.
Come on.
So I'm promising myself that the next 5 years are not going to be like the last 5 years.
I got it.
And then it's crazy because it's all compounds actually, right? So now if we're really talking about it, it's like, the last 5 years could have built you into the person that's able to make X amount of money in the next 6 months.
Yes.
Because you took 5 years to build it.
You know about the bamboo tree?
The one that you keep on watering and then
with the bamboo tree, if you put the seeds in the ground, okay, it takes 5 years to grow. Once it starts growing, it can get up to 30 feet in less than 6 months.
I love it. See, it's ironic. See that? I'm the bamboo tree. I am the bamboo tree. That's what's about to.
You know what I'm saying? And it's all about the mindset. It's all about understanding this. I'm about to give you an analogy. There's a glass right here. We see the glass. The glass is empty. There's a bottle of water right here. We're about to pour into the glass, which represents the positive energy. Right. We take a dime. We drop the dime in the glass. Right. The dime represents your vision. Now you put the positive energy. You got the glass represents your body. The dime represents your vision. We take a teaspoon of Coke. Yeah. We take that teaspoon and pour it in there. Coke represents the negative energy, the negative people. What happens when you put that teaspoon in that glass?
It changes.
You can't even see the vision no more. That dime. Yep. So.
And I think one of the biggest things, just a caveat,
come on.
Analogy is that I've been talking to people within even my circles that we have to be mindful about the relationships that we tolerate.
Come on.
And the reason we have to be mindful about it is because I'm at a point where there ain't no way, no personal relationship is about to mess up what I'm building on this empire.
Come on.
Because I've had previous relationships and this is where we all got to take accountability.
Yes.
That I chose. I made a decision, right or wrong. Right? Good or bad, to be with this person for however long. And because of that, it's either that you continue to make progress because they saw the vision, or you were stagnant because you're still hungry for what it is you desire, but you're taking time, energy, and resources for that relationship that could have been poured back into your business.
Man, listen, that's why every day I tell, find you a woman like I found my wife. She told me to quit my job. Wow. And go after your vision and your goal. And I got us.
Seriously.
But
then you were able to take.
I was able to go soon as she put that battery in my back, and I quit the railroad. I went ham. Now she job free.
Yeah.
So we both job free. Yeah. But it took somebody taking a risk.
Yeah.
It took somebody.
And that's why it's like I'm not gonna lie. I'm I've had to learn how to be a lot more analytical, a lot more logical. But
Gotcha.
sometimes I'm very high risk, which can be good or bad, because then it's like, do I have to then, of course, rely on my family to then spot me?
That's
but
true.
not maybe financially, but for a place to stay. So you gotta do what you gotta do. But it's also true. Though, it's like, how do you then look to build your foundation so you can really springboard off of it? And so that's why, of course, it goes right back to choosing your ideal partner. Because if you don't, like, and the thing is, I tell people all the time, like, look, I'm not married. I tell people all the time. However, when I say, shared mission, shared values, similar interests, I'm saying things that I've learned so that, hey, hopefully it can put you in a position where you're not entertaining relationships that are not serving you.
Man, that's so huge.
Right? Because I tell people openly, right? You don't want to, because at times you don't want to take advice from people who just don't know or just haven't done it. So I say, look, I'm not married. However, I will say, do not entertain relationships that are taken away from your vision.
I tell people all the time, like, man, look, one thing I tell you is you have to walk around like a plug. So say we wake up every morning and God say, hey, there's a plug. Every 30 minutes, you got to plug into something. All right. So you walk around and say, oh, man, should I talk to this person today? Because wherever you plug in, going to give you your source for the day. Right. So, but every 30 minutes, you got to plug to something. Oh, you going to die. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we have to be mindful when we going around with this plug, who we talking to. I had to get rid of a lot of friends. Straight up.
No, for real. Like,
I became an entrepreneur. I had to let them go.
No, for real.
Because they was like, man, so you do this, you do that. But you and your wife also got other businesses on the side that you can't see. You know what I'm saying? So you start to drain me. I'm like, hold on. My wife said, hey, you got to start building people for information. You can't just give them everything you know. And so now, like you did that video the other day, hey, consultation.
Hey, book consultation. That's it. Book consultation. That's it.
I love it.
And that's real talk. Like, the consultation is free though. I'm not charging for the consultation though.
Come on.
But the goal is that I'm getting you to have a one-on-one with me to show you why I'm more valuable than somebody else you go to for any of your business needs.
Because look, once people, I tell people, you got to get people to know, like, and trust you. Once you get to know, like, and trust you, they'll buy anything from you.
Especially in a real estate transaction, whether it be a lease or whether it be, for purchase, right? Because the thing is that you're looking to trust me to then make it, like, to put you in a place. That's true. When I say sign this application or let's fill out this application, you're looking at me like, but I have to show you why. I'm like, no, I know what it is that I'm talking about. And even though while, I'm still, of course, building my foundation, know that if you work with me, you're not only learning about real estate.
Come on.
You're not
educating.
You're not. I'm not only educating, but I'm looking to say that, hey, like, certain things on the personal side, or hey, like, prime example, one of the clients that I just was fortunate enough to help came actually from a referral. So somebody out of all the 50,000 agents, real estate agents in Houston, they chose me. That's one. That's based off of the interaction that I had with them. That's crazy. That had nothing to do with money. Everything to do with character. That's one.
That's good.
And two, is the fact that, okay, for example, I look to work out every single day. That's me. So my client sees that and they're like, okay, when I move out here, because they're actively working. They move out here. They said, oh, okay, so you're going to be my trainer, huh? I'm like, look, I mean, like,
I'm here for it.
I'm here for it.
Yes,
I'm here to help.
So I tell people, how important is multiple streams of income? Because I tell, if you got one, you're too close to zero. I got 9 right now. I got 9.
Lying.
I got 9.
I'll say that.
Not playing around.
I'm crazy. On the way. You know what I'm saying? I definitely think it helps though, because you have sales that you make from here. Like, when you're fully an entrepreneur, it's already tough. So that's why that job, you already like, bro, I got to do what I got to do right now. But if you have multiple streams of income, depending on how you built them, how hands off are you?
All of them.
That's different. So that's a play.
I tell people, if you have a website, listen, I mean, I have a lot of people with websites too. Yeah. But I tell people, if you have a website that don't speak to me, then it's like me coming to your house.
That's true.
And you just walking in and close the door. So when I go to your website, it should be like, what's up, man? I'm glad you're here. That's what my website says.
I like that.
Say, I'm welcome you in. Look, I'm glad you're here. Look, we got a lot of information you can look around.
Oh, that's clean.
And so you speaking to the people.
Right.
If I invite you to my house, open the door, I don't even say come in, and you come in, you close the door, I go sit on the couch, and you say, what's up? You feel uninvited.
I ain't got nothing for you.
So many people I see with websites, they got nothing. Pictures,
No, I had to learn
Old
that. That's
videos.
why
Come on.
I had to learn that because I have to work on actually the interface of my website.
I got
But
it.
it's like that's why I probably make my my social media channel so like
Yes.
user friendly.
Yes.
The caveat for the website I'm still working on. You know, but it's also like it could probably take me a couple hours, but it's like now it goes back into like time management and prioritization and
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? Because it's the reality of it that if you don't do the work, you can expect a certain result.
Yes. So there's a game. I call it the word game. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna say a word. I'm gonna drop an acronym with it, and you tell me what it means.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay.
First word, pour. Passing over opportunity repeatedly. What do it mean?
Passing over an opportunity repeatedly. I feel as if that you took your opportunity for granted. Doesn't even mean that you didn't get presented the opportunity. Maybe you let it go over your head.
Come on. So the mindset.
It's a mindset. Or it's certain decisions that it goes back to making calculated decisions. That's all. Because it's like you don't know how the opportunity could have changed your life. Like say, for example, real talk. I think about this myself.
Come on.
Let's say, for example, if you told me, right, hey, let's run a podcast episode. And I said, yeah, you know, maybe like next week. So I wasn't moving with a sense of urgency, or I didn't move. Oh, because I'm feeling exhausted, I didn't show up. That doesn't make sense.
Come on.
You gave me an opportunity and I didn't take it. No,
Come on.
There's no way.
Yeah. So then my audience get a chance to see you.
Exactly.
And then for you know it, your audience see me. And then now we keep pushing it forward.
Exactly.
Next word, faith. For anything, I trust him. What's your faith? And so and the reason why it's for anything I trust him, some people believe in God, Jesus, some people believe in Ali.
Yeah.
I mean, not Muhammad Ali, Allah, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
No, but I think that, you know, real talk with that, it's that I have this, it's kind of like when people talk about faith without work is dead.
Come on.
I'm big on that means then there's work that you had to put in. So
Come on.
continue to say that it's God's will or it's the Lord's will. It's like if God then already gave you the opportunity, which is then life.
Come on.
Whatever you choose to do with it is up to you.
Wow. I love that. Next word is hope. Hope stands for help other people excel.
Because then you will receive everything you want in life. So the more that I help others, the more that they help me.
I'm really big on that though.
Seriously, because the help is like, and sometimes you may not want to do it for free, but you did it for free, and then they give you some game that you didn't even think about.
That's good.
It came from a place of contribution, and then they put you on just because they see that. How can I help you? Like, I'll be honest with you. So there was a mentor that I had ever since I've been like I think 19 years old.
Okay.
Who made significantly more money than me. But she continued to always pour life into me.
I love it.
Anytime that I was struggling or something, she'd say, no, you got it. Like, don't forget your crown, King. Like, keep on pushing.
I like that.
Like, you're well on your way. Or you're further beyond other people than you think you are. And I'm like, but I can't. Like, I just, I'm blinded by, but these bills ain't going to pay themselves. But you're saying, like, oh, you well on your way. Because I'm not even going to lie to you. The reason I keep talking about the last 5 years testimony, the reason why the last 5 years, I look at it as a testimony is because honestly, it's like, okay, how did somebody go from 0 to 100 in a couple months? Because they built up that now I'm capable of understanding or looking to work on certain deals of that capacity.
That's good.
Right? Or I built up certain relationships that now they're saying we have money. And I'm like, okay, wow. Wow. You see what I'm saying? Like, it was just based off of all that work that you put in that maybe you didn't see it. That's why the compound effect is so powerful.
Yes.
Because you was like brick by brick by brick.
Yes, sir.
And now you're saying, whoa, I'm about to cash out. How? Because you had months where it was difficult. It was a struggle. You wasn't even thinking straight.
No.
And then all of a sudden, boom, you get another sale, you get another sale, you get another sale. And if you didn't put in that work for X amount of months and you quit on yourself, how can you expect to eat?
The next word is rich. Residual income creates happiness.
I agree. I agree because people be like, oh, money not going to say money doesn't buy happiness. I don't even think that's really the problem we need to be focusing on.
Come on. But
it's really that I think when you don't have to worry about money.
Come on, you can think.
You can think freely.
You can be more creative.
Bingo.
That's why I'm creative.
And then 3, like it's a part of your lifestyle now in the sense that you have options. Whatever you got to do to get options, do it. Like you have options.
That's good.
And that's really where I'm at with it. That's why when we talk about collaboration over competition, we talk about, hey, how can we look to build and scale together? It's because that sense of ownership, I'd rather build it, right? I love the quote, build the table. And
yes.
You know, or it's that not everyone deserves a seat at your table.
They don't.
Because now, say you've built up an opportunity to the point where certain people are eating, and you're like, somebody look on the outside, say, how did you get there? And it's like, bro, because I had to grind for the last couple of years.
So are you bringing a leg or are you bringing a chair? That's a real question. Are you bringing a leg or are you bringing a chair?
That's real.
That's the real question.
No, that's
so
real.
I mean, and so the next one's money. Money stands for momentarily owned, not externally yours. Money is just a tool.
It is. I won't say that it is, but it's like, for example,
it's like oxygen. You need to survive, though.
When I continued to learn about real estate, right? Okay. And then I said, okay, how do people make $1 million tax free? Robert Kiyosaki broke this down in his books. And then we like to say, oh, reading is this, reading is that. You learn about a 1031 exchange, you change you and your whole family's life, right? But for example, I even tell what a 1031 exchange is you're exchanging like for like property.
Come on.
Now the game is if you have 4 properties worth roughly
the
low end, appreciation, right? They all 4 properties cost $250K or easy math. Let's talk about it. Or even $200K. You have 5 properties, $200K. When you're looking to sell the properties, instead of taking the capital gains,
he's teaching. Y'all better be taking notes.
The tax that you're gonna pay on it, right? And hopefully, I'm praying that I'm explaining this right, so you guys can actually peep game, right? For real, honestly. But you take the proceeds that you would net, but you're exchanging into something that you're buying a bigger like property or unit.
Gotcha.
So you're taking the $1 million that you maybe would have netted out the 5 sales of those properties and putting it into a commercial building. So now because of the exchange for like property, you're saying I didn't even touch that money. Now that's how you made $1 million tax free.
See, look.
So they can't touch the money. Like, seriously.
Run the play.
It's a play. And then think about people who are already homeowners. How much power do they have? So people like to. My broker explained this to me. People like to talk about that. Oh, renting is this, renting is that. It's like, okay, for example, when you're renting, if the landlord at any given point in time says, you know what, I feel as if that I don't want you standing here anymore, and you're gonna fight that battle potentially because why? You don't own the property. You don't
own it, man.
So, but if you own the property and you say, hey, I'm going through this with my mortgage, but at least to say that I own the property, you can fight a longer fight. Maybe you don't own the land, and now that's an even different play that how can we own the land? Right? But if you own
that's the play I'm at right now, the land and the property. I'm on that play right now.
No, seriously.
I'm on that play.
Seriously. And then I'll be honest with you.
Because people trying to lease their land out. Well, I don't want to lease your land. I need to own that land. I do not want to lease your land.
No, seriously.
So that's the play that my guy, he own it. So
that's different. That's different.
Because we see a lot. And the last one is denial. And the acronym for denial is don't even notice I am lying.
Don't even notice
I am lying. People lie to themselves every day. They're in denial.
About what?
Life.
What do they want it to look like?
That's the real question.
I think that's the question we got to ask ourselves, that where am I at and where do I want to be? And then now you can at least start creating solutions for yourself.
Have you heard of the acronym WHY?
No.
The acronym of WHY is what's hurting you. Because what's hurting you is going to fuel you.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
Talk about it.
Wake up every single day knowing that it's like, hey, I have to put in this work.
Come on.
Like for me personally, I'll be honest with you. Like,
come on.
When I'm having conversations with my mom and like, man, my mom's still not retired.
Come on.
I got to keep putting in work.
Come on.
I got to keep putting in work. There's no way that it's like I should be sleeping peacefully. Or people like that. I get it. Look, people talk about get your 7 to 8 hours of sleep. I understand.
I don't.
Wholeheartedly.
I don't.
I get it. Talk about statistics. Math is math. Cool. Yeah. However, you want me sleeping 7 to 8 hours a night and my mom is still working? Me personally, it eats at me.
Do you know that if you get up at 5 a.m. every day, you read the 5 a.m. club?
No, but I know about the fact that you would have
31 days.
You would have more. You would
have 31 days more than the next person in 1 year.
Exactly.
So for 12 months, if I'm 31 days ahead of you,
that's a whole month.
I'm killing you.
That's a whole month.
And imagine if I'm 31 days and I'm pumping out content like people smoking crack. You know what I'm saying? I'm ahead of you every day. And I tell people, that's like, man, when you know your purpose, it's easy to fulfill it. I'm going to repeat it. When you know your purpose, it's easy to fulfill it.
Yeah.
When you don't know your purpose, that's why I said a GPS is a mentor. Let me explain. If I gave you my address in Dallas and I said, man, I live on 29th Street, 49, whatever, over here. How are you going to get there if you don't have a GPS? And how long would it take you to find it?
God knows.
So,
yeah, seriously.
Without a mentor, without a GPS, that's what's wrong with people. They running in a circle. They like,
I think though it goes back to saying, what does an individual want?
Okay.
Because then it's kind of hard to. It isn't to an extent. I believe that it'd be hard to put a plan in place if you don't even know what you want. So it's like if you don't even know where you're striving to go, how do you then put a plan in place?
That's true.
You don't know what you want.
That's true.
And I had to learn this too myself. Like I was talking about, I wanted to be rich. I wanted to be wealthy.
Come on.
But I never talked about ownership. That didn't make. There was no unison in that. I started talking about ownership. Conversation I had with other people started changing.
Come on.
Then you start thinking about how can I talk to more investors. Even me as a realtor, if you're a real estate agent or even in real estate, right? What usually happens? You find the opportunity.
Come on.
Create the opportunity. Finding the money may not be as hard. It's taking the legwork, the time, and the effort to go and actually get the deal or find it, then present it to the investor and say, hey, we can make X, Y, and Z. Let's work.
So let's talk a little bit.
Just an option.
Yeah, let's talk about a little bit about mindset. So
okay, I'm here for it.
What kind of mindset? Hold on, before we go there, where you see yourself in the next 3 to 5 years?
Oh man.
Come on, talk about it.
Man, and my uncle actually asked me this question. I think December 19th of 2018. So he asked me that essentially almost 5 entire years ago. And I only wrote down one thing on that piece of paper. I said motivational speaking. While it's not a bad thing, but it's not enough. How was I gonna do it?
That's true.
So now I said, bet I'm gonna build my real estate empire to fund my actual purpose of just speaking and publishing more books. By me building wealth in real estate, I can put my family on. So that's just a piece of it. But if you're saying 3 to 5 years, for me, it's the Great Escape.
Come on.
The Great Escape. That it's like people, I really do stay low key only because it's like, I feel as if for me, it's like, stay alive. Just stay away from any trouble, any bad relationships, any bad blood, because it's like, you don't know what someone's willing to risk. But in 3 to 5 years, as far as
your business, your life, what you want,
what it
look like? What it look like?
That's it. Look, I'll paint you a whole picture.
I'll paint that picture. Paint that picture.
So my
you wake up in the morning, what it look like? Where you living at?
Where we going today? Thailand. It could be in Alaska. Like it could be in Africa. It could be in Africa. It could be anywhere. I could be staying in Houston, but I'm about to leave, catch a flight today. It just depends.
Yes.
So I would say that I'm building my flagship in Houston. Right? Boom. Now the play is that my real estate business is compounded to the point where either I have a real estate team or I'm constantly looking at deals to say, how can we make more money? How can I make the investors more money? By me making richer people richer, they make me richer or make me one of them, right? So I'll just continue to run that play. That's one. 2, it's like, okay, what keynotes am I being invited to? How many panels can I speak on that are actually delivering value for the community?
Come on.
Oh, we got to run the play because you got to give back. Now I want to have those tax problems. Where I'm saying, where am I going to put my money? Where am I going to put my money?
That's true.
So I don't have to be worrying about taxes.
So that's why I try to tell her, what plays are you running and what bars are you dropping? I think people miss that.
I like that.
What plays are you running, which is your marketing, and what bars are you dropping, which is your content.
Yes.
So
because the content outlives you. Like I want people to go back. You talking about 3 to 5 years from now? I want people to go back and say, bro, you've been making content for 10 years.
Yes.
Wow. Oh wow. Like now I'm teaching. I had one mentor that he really pours life into me too, and it's like free sessions because he's like right now he really told me, he said right now you can't afford me. He said right now you can't afford me. He gave me 45 minutes to an hour of his time, and he said look, he said what I want you to do is say, are those potential like C-suite people that you can go to that they don't even know how to speak, but they have a story, but they don't know how to talk about the story. But you do.
Come on.
And I said, whoa. So that's essentially it's a speaking business, but it's run differently. To say I'm coaching C-suite people bread because they have bread, money, but I'm giving them a service. I'm teaching them the art of articulation. And
so my question to you would be like, is the page set up?
Is the page set up? Or is the page
to get them? So like
not yet. I'm not even gonna lie to you, not yet, because I have to build it, and it's not even that. And the thing is, this is what I'm glad you asked me. I'm glad you asked me.
Yeah.
Because it may not actually take that much time to set it up. I just haven't done it.
Got you. Because the reason why
I'm being my own greatest constraint.
Yes. And the reason why I said it is what I figured out and how I position myself to make. I got multiple digital products because people always ask questions, and
You're right.
Whenever you ask a question,
that is set up though. No, that is set up. The courses are set up.
Okay.
The book is set up.
Okay.
That you can go on say the app and purchase. That's set up for sure. 100%.
Yeah. So, but a lot of times I tell people, in order to get rich, is to listen to the audience. So
the audience want?
The audience, what do they want? Why do they want it? And then how can you solve that problem?
Yeah,
you know,
I think it's because a lot of people say they want me to do fitness, and I'm like, I don't.
You really don't want to do it.
I don't.
Well, why don't you do a?
No, because it's like I just don't.
Why don't you do a P90X style?
Or like it's online, like a.
Well, no, let's 12 CDs.
Yeah, it's set up. So it's set up, and I tell you, if you do this by week,
yeah. Like a P90X. That's how they made millions.
Yeah, you're right.
They made billions. They running no play. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I definitely do agree that it's something I could do. I think it's just because, I'm really big on transformation.
Okay.
So I get it when you pay for you pay for a coach or you pay for a trainer to get you to a certain destination. My biggest thing is that when you start training with me or you start working with me, it's really an evolution.
I got
so you get to a point where you don't even need me at that point, which is good because you paid for a service and I got you to a point further beyond where.
But that's how I do.
I need referrals.
Yeah.
I need referrals because I gave you such exceptional service. Or I gave you the transformation you needed.
Yes.
Therefore, sharing what it is I have going on is not a bad
thing. I'm big on that too, though. That's why the couple that's coming in from North Carolina,
that's big.
They got connected to somebody else that we helped.
Word of mouth.
Build their digital product out. It was like, we need that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. Had a couple yesterday. They from Houston. They came in. They said, hey, man, he first come for a website, but when he finished, he said, I need to put an engine in it. You know what I'm saying? So then he spent more. The money went up. But I say that because when you know the problem and you can answer the question and you can fix it, it's the game over.
And I think that's what. And the biggest thing that he was telling me, like he literally was saying that lean more into who you are.
Ooh.
Lean more into what it is that you have going on. Because when I get the opportunity to speak, it's not that, I'm just rambling on. No, it's like I literally keep a lot of this inside my head and I write a lot. I write a lot and I have notebooks upon notebooks upon notebooks because I literally just I'm looking like Eminem when I'm just writing. I'm just writing because that's what it is. So when I get a chance to speak, I don't take it for granted.
And I think again, you're gonna be able to touch millions of people's lives because I believe that we all are designed to take our gift to the next level, but everybody is different. So I hear people will say things like, "Oh man, you must have learned this from this podcast." I'm like, I was podcasting back in 2018 in my house.
Yeah,
me and my wife, we didn't know nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I started doing some research. I'm like, man, how can I put this play together?
Right.
And then I was like, man, okay, let me figure it out. Figured it out. Mastered it.
Right.
People started coming on my podcast in 2020.
Yeah.
During the pandemic.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, we got this studio. Now people say, what? Now they here. Now we got mentorship. We sell digital courses. We sell ebooks. I mean, it's crazy.
And it was earned though, because game about what you said. You've been editing for 25 years.
25 years.
By the time you started the podcast, you just leveraged the editing skills that you had, that you built for 25 years.
That's it, man.
But people they skip that. Like,
no, they really skip.
Like for me, like people talk about like, the art of articulation or how did you become a better speaker? It's like, bro, I have over 500 videos on maybe one platform.
Come on.
And so it's like, and I think about to myself, I'm like, it's based off the content I was creating to potentially say blow up or that one video that goes to a new level. But it's like, maybe I've already had that in the sense of the relationships I've been able to build. So maybe I'll just be that undercover millionaire that people don't know about. Until I really until being put on certain platforms or I do it myself, creating better content or certain ads. It just all depends. But
this is the thing though. And I have a lot of people on this podcast. Yeah. And people got hundreds of thousands of followers and making no money.
That's true.
So this is the thing though.
That's very true.
Once you find your tribe, you're gonna find your vibe. I'm gonna keep saying that because that's what's gonna get you to the next level.
I agree.
Focus on the 1,000. I think 1,000 is very powerful.
And you're right because all you need, all you need is 1,000 people because if one person out of those 1,000 shares it to 2 people,
Mhm.
Now you're
I'm talking about 1,000 supporters, people who gonna spend money with you. The people gonna spend bread.
And that's
I'm not talking about watchers.
You ain't lying.
I ain't talking about fans.
You ain't lying.
I'm talking about supporters.
People not gonna spend it.
You know what I'm saying?
I got like, I don't know yet, but
it's coming.
It's coming though. It's on the way. It's on the way.
So that this is part of the podcast. I said you can ask me any question, or multiple questions. Like, is there any? I want to flip the question and ask you: is there anything you want to ask me when it comes to podcasting?
I mean, I feel as if that, you know, by me asking,
not just podcasting, just life.
That's interesting.
Is there anything you want to ask me?
Well, first, you said how long you been married for?
5 years. Been my wife 9.
Okay.
So.
Okay. And then, not only and you guys look to build the business together.
We here every day together.
Yeah.
We build everything together.
Yeah.
It ain't just me, it's her too.
And that's peep game. I like that.
It's both of us. That's why we call it OM2H Creative Studios.
I like that.
One Marriage, Two Hustles. That's what OM2H stands for.
I really like that.
People be like, OM2H sound like a water bottle. I'm like, it means one marriage, two hustlers.
Yeah. We
built the empire. So my community is Why Now Is Your Time. Her community is Grace Girls. And then we have a community together. You know what I'm saying?
That's clean.
That's
clean.
So
that's like building like 2 partnerships, really.
It's really it's 3 partnerships.
Yeah.
I mean, because I got my own.
That's true.
I got my digital products.
Yeah.
She have her own.
Yeah.
And she talked to the women for Black Women Podcast, Allow Yourself Grace. She have her own. And then we have a community that talks to everybody. We bring single people on. We doing a live in a couple months at the theater downtown. We doing a live.
Right.
So it's just people come on, man, and be like this. So and
that's amazing. I feel as if let me ask you, as far as even on the business side, like what do you feel as if that you had to do to build and scale? Or not even build and scale. For me, I'm really at the it's like I'm on that verge of like, oh, how did they blow up? So I'm automation, systems and processes.
Listen,
systems.
The 4 S's: start it, systematize it, structure it, and scale it.
That's powerful.
If you can do that, everything else gonna come easy, man. But people don't know exactly, you know, how to do that and why to do that. So when you position yourself, you're like, man, I'm a, you know, I gotta do all these things, and it's just a play, though. You know what I'm saying? It's just a play.
So it's a play based off the systems and processes.
That's it.
Or
that we built.
Was that the foundation, or is that?
No, the foundation was to put a system in place so that what we do hands off. Because I don't want to be.
Man, you're right.
I don't want to be.
If you can build a business to 100K, that's hands off.
A month. We ain't talking about a year. We talking about a month.
All right. That's what's next. I like that. I like that, though.
That's what we talking about.
No, seriously.
But we got multiple streams of income.
For real.
And so when you understand how it works.
If you only got that's different.
Man. It's understanding that if I got 6 digital courses, this one might sell 100, this might sell 50, this one might sell 30, this one might sell 200. But they all that money coming in.
Right.
And then you got your monthly membership site, $77 a month.
Right.
Then you run into so it becomes easy. It's a system.
But it's the system is you're saying system, but it's also the value that you're providing.
It's the value.
It's really the value, because it's like that's different.
It's the value.
Because if you're continuing to get repeat customers and they're repeat subscribers, you can build it. I would say that you can build an even bigger business because you have people that are continuing to purchase.
They love it.
And they love it.
And they love it.
So then what happens if you charge just a little bit more? You don't even have to, though. That's the thing.
No. That's not. This is another thing. People think just because you making a lot of money, you need to go up on your business. But I say there's different types of people out there.
Right.
High end, mid, low.
Have different pricing modules.
So you got that's what we got. Pricing modules. So
but you still got the systems and processes.
I got the system and processes that make
with
it
the different price points.
Yes. It's in play.
Are you still all right, question though, are you selling your time?
My time?
You have to sell your time? No.
No, because listen, what is batch recording? People are like, what is that?
No, that's smart.
So we take 2 days out the month and record the videos for the whole month, and then we drip them.
That's live.
We drip them.
That's live.
So that means 28 days, I really ain't got to drop no more videos.
Right.
Those 2 days, though, I got to go get it.
You got to go get it.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to go hard.
But every week, so what we do is, if you go to One Marriage, Two Hustlers, you'll see, like, we'll drop clips. These videos coming out this week, pay 33 cents a day, purchase. You know what I'm saying?
But that's like behind the scenes gems, or is it kind of like?
No, that's there's just clips on the videos that if they want to watch them, they got to go pay 33 cents a day to watch the videos.
So that's based off not only the funnel, but kind of like the site that you're using that allows you to have subscribers.
Yes.
So question though, do you believe that it takes money to make money?
Of course.
Why?
Because you got to invest in yourself first. And investing in yourself ain't free.
That's facts. That's true. Because you're either gonna pay with it in time, or you're gonna pay with it in money. You can pay with it in time, or you can pay with it in money.
I'd rather pay for it in money though.
I'd rather pay for it.
You know why? Because
I'd rather pay for it in money.
If I invest in something like it's like, say you was somebody who joined my $2,500 a year mentorship. Now, not only you get your first 2 free podcasts with the videos, but I give you this roof for 50% off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but while you doing it, I'm showing you how to make everything flow.
Systems and processes.
So right now, we got 3 cameras looking at us. Right now, it's looking at us. Right now, it's looking at you. Right now, it's looking at me. Now it's back to you. Yeah. Now it's back to me. Yeah. Just like that. And it's doing everything that I need to do. You know what I'm saying?
That's different.
So, I mean,
different.
Man, any more questions? Got anything else?
No. I feel as if at the end of the day, it comes back to execution though. I can't sit here and I gotta work.
Gotta work.
That's it.
So what's your plan on your content over the next couple months?
Yeah, because the same thing I'm doing right now, not working. I gotta invest in really a camera. Like I gotta invest in at least a camera. That's for sure. And then how I edit the clips, that's a big one. Okay. And then how I post it, because this essentially is to build evergreen content. Yeah. So if I just focus on building evergreen content, that'll make everything.
Okay, I like it because I do like the fact that video you did when the girl looked through the
it was her. It was inspired kind of by both of us, but it was kind of like she added her own vision in it, and that's why I swear to you, I'm like, bro, if I just had maybe it's an excuse or maybe it's not, but I'd be like, man, if I just had a videographer, so I'm just able to create. It's kind of like I can still do the same thing by myself, but it's easier. It's relative. I won't say it's relative.
Excuses are reasons for being useless. If you want to continue to be useless, keep giving us the same damn excuses.
Okay, so hear me out though. I'm making the content. It's not that I'm making the content.
The editing is what's killing you.
I truly, I can make content every single day, but if I'm not taking the time to actually clip it or make it as appealing as possible to the viewers, I'm only gonna reach a certain demographic or a certain amount of viewers.
Also, too, you gotta check the times that you posting though too.
That's true.
Don't post on the same time. Like,
and I don't.
Sometimes, like last night, I posted at midnight.
Yeah, just
and then I posted just 6 o'clock this morning. Yeah. Then I'm about to post right now.
Yeah.
So but I got videos in a cycle. Mm-hmm. I mean, right now I probably got about 80 videos in a cycle.
Right.
I can just keep posting.
But a batch content though. I mean, so I get it. I think it's the setup. It's just how you set it's how you set everything up. And I don't know how much it costs to set it up, but it's still like I don't think it was cheap.
Nah, this room? About 10K.
Yeah, but now I gotta go sell 2-3 houses.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's worth it though.
It's worth it.
It's worth it.
Especially if you can run it.
And how you run
I didn't have people say, "Hey man, come to my house." And then I said, "All right, my fee $1,000. I come to your house," and she said, "Help you set everything up." And I went to their house and set it up. Everything. They bought the equipment. I told them what to buy. And they bought everything. We just set it up. It's easy. And now when you know the play, it was too easy.
It's easy now.
I mean, of course, I had to go bump my head.
You earned it, yeah. But you earned it.
Yeah. And I really, truly
built it.
And I built it.
You built it.
So it's my grandma. She had to wait. It's my grandma calling me. She 88. I have to talk to her later. When I get over here, I guess it's gonna be a long conversation.
I respect that.
Nah, man, but look, man, I appreciate you coming. Listen, I'm gonna have all this information below as he's been talking, giving gems. I'm gonna have his information popping up, man. I want you to look into this camera and leave one final word that you can tell somebody that can change their life when it comes. If they right now they sitting in the dark saying, "Man, this conversation they had was good, man, but I need you to speak to them and tell them something that can get them off their ass and make it work."
I got you. One of the things, I like to go back to is that if you do not put yourself in the best position to get lucky, how can you expect yourself to receive a reward? Now, here's the thing is that get to a point where if you said that you truly want it, what are you doing on a daily basis to get there?
Come on.
Then, of course, what you do is, if you really do this, if you stack your whys and you stack what it is that you said at, like for me, the goal for me is I got to look to retire my mom.
Come on.
Okay, boom. Now I got to look to get my, my grandma her time back because they took time to, take care of me.
Come on.
And I'm saying I want to be that person within my family that's able to say, hey, we have certain investments we want to do. And who has the bread? Oh, he does. Then, of course, looking to build a trust so that then it gets to a point where I don't have to worry about what's going to happen next if I'm to die early. So I have multiple whys as to I will not give up. And it's just a matter of time. So now for you, decide what it is that is most important for you and get to work. Because if you don't, how can we expect our circumstances to change?
I tell people, look, and this is the last acronym I'm going to hit y'all with. Acronym of LUCK stands for labor under correct knowledge.
I agree. If you have a system and processes,
you don't even
need, you're going to get lucky regardless because you're doing all the right steps to get you the desired result.
Man, listen.
Based off of mentorship.
Man, keep watching me like you watch TV. Not only you going to watch your mindset change, but you're going to watch your income grow. We see you guys in the next video. Peace.